Hello guys and girls, I am back with another political YouTube video, and today I figured I want to talk about something that's really been an issue for a long time. It's been an issue since really. But today I want to talk to you about the police in general. There's a lot of things going on today, especially with people who believe in police brutality, all that. Personally, I'm a very big believer in police brutality. I believe that officers who do break the law, who have been convicted of crimes, should be held to higher standards. Now, I'm not somebody who goes around saying, oh, I hate cops, every cop should die. That's a broad statement, because, it's those few cops who actually do break the law that give other cops a bad name. It's something that anytime that I hear somebody say, oh, well, the cops can't protect you, the cops, all of this, all of that, they're nothing but ignorant pigs. Well, to you, sir, I say your ignorance is bliss. You're an idiot. So anybody who has that kind of emotion towards a cop is a complete idiot. I disregard anything that they say because they're stupid. But I do believe that people, or cops in general, who do break the law need to be held to higher standards, all of that. I mean, if a cop does something that he knows he's not supposed to do, that's a big problem, because he's a cop. He's supposed to go get the bad people off the streets. He's not supposed to be one of them. Obviously, in some states, and more in general, corruption within the police force is pretty big. Obviously, that's more something that the department has to handle. It's not really something that, a cop can do to other cops. Obviously, a cop arresting another cop wouldn't really give a good image, so people kind of frown on that. But, I mean, if a cop is committing a crime, isn't it the other cop's job to arrest that cop? That's an idea, it's an idea. But, like I said, I believe officers who do break the law, they need to be held to higher standards. There needs to be training programs that are in effect to test law enforcement officers every so often on the laws that they know. I'm sure there's already some in effect, but I'm talking about something like rights of the basic human. So you got, the First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, all of that. That stuff needs to be 100% protected by law. Which it is in most cases, but sometimes I feel it's a little bit violated by some people who are going on a power walk, pretty much. But right now I don't believe cops have too much power. They're not really capable of doing anything that would cause a problem, I would say. But I do think that cops who are known to be breaking the law, they need to be put in jail, because that's where they deserve to be. They give other cops, good cops, a bad name. And let me go ahead and tell you, there is a lot more good cops out there than there is bad cops. For somebody to say, oh, well, every single cop you're going to meet is just a corrupted piece of crap. No. There's maybe one or two cops that I can think of, at least right now, in today's terms, that I know for sure to be somebody who isn't really all that good. A cop is somebody who I should be able to look towards, and I do. I look towards them every day. I have conversations with cops. I have conversations with cops all the time. But, and they'll tell you straight up, we're here to help you. You shouldn't ever feel afraid to come and talk to us, because, it's not how our job needs to be run. And to those cops, I really applaud, because they're the people who are making it better for police brutality in general. All of that, they're making the case better for them. Like I said, they give cops who break the law, they give cops a bad name. Good cops. And like I said, there's a lot more good cops than there is bad cops. But as with the public opinion more so on cops, I think today, in today's generation especially, there's a lot of people who just buy into the whole every single cop's bad. And I don't really understand what's the point in that. Because, honestly, so that's like if me saying, well, every single person I'm going to meet, he's automatically bad. I've never seen him before, never met him before, but he's a bad person. That's what they're basically saying, because whenever they say, oh, I hate all these pigs, anything like that, they're saying every single cop that they meet is bad. That's a blatant lie, pretty much. It's a blatant, sorry excuse for them being, whatever. And I find it kind of ironic that most of the people who are saying, oh, well, that every single cop that I've met is really bad, all of that, well, sir, you have like 3 warrants out for your arrest. I would imagine that you don't really believe that the cops are good, Like I said, me personally, I love my police force. It's very nice to have somebody to rely on if somebody's breaking in my house, besides myself, which I'm very pro Second Amendment, and most of my family is, so we're probably not going to call the police until after the crime has occurred. So that keeps that in mind. And actually, a lot of cops around in my area, especially the sheriffs and all that, they hand out, the sheriffs are the people who hand out the concealed carry permits and all that. You have to be 21 to get one, all that. But it's not against the law, especially if somebody's entering your house, to shoot them. If they're in there without being invited, you have every single right to shoot them, because they're not supposed to be in here. That's breaking and entering, pretty much. But it's always nice to have somebody to rely on if something does happen. Say if I'm walking into a bank, all of a sudden there's a huge bank robbery. Well, I'm not going to really rely on the guys who are inside there with me. I'm going to rely on the SWAT team that's outside about to go in there and get crap done, pretty much. So I think that people who say that, oh, every single cop's bad, I can't believe that they said that, because it's a blatant lie. It's a stereotype. And I think it's funny, especially with stereotypes. People frown upon stereotypes unless it's the stereotype that they want to hear. So there's that. And a lot of people don't think about that before they say it. They just say things blatantly. They don't think about them. They don't research anything, and that's sour. It really is. Obviously, all the cops in my area, they've taken massive amounts of time with the public. They want to get to know the public. They don't care about arresting people, all that. They want to get to know you. They want to learn more about you. They want to learn more about the community in general. At least that's kind of their job. It's community policing. You can't do that without knowing the community. So I love the cops in my area. They're very nice people. All of them, they're average people. I've never gone to a cop and been like, oh, well, I don't really trust this guy because he has a badge. No. I trust anybody with the same amount of, reason. If I suspect that, hey, that guy's a little bit off, so what? But just because he has a badge and he has a gun doesn't mean he's really anything. It's just another person. It's another human. So to say that just because he has a badge and he has a gun and he arrests people, to say that he's a pig or ignorant or anything like that, it's blatantly irresponsible of that person. I find it very, I don't even know, nerve-wracking, that's what I would say. Every time that I meet somebody who is very anti-police and I start debating them, they lose stuff to debate about in about 2 minutes because all the points are done taken care of. Oh, well, why don't you like the police? Oh, because they arrested me. Why did they arrest you? Because I was smoking a joint. Well, good job to that cop for obeying the law, for taking the person who wasn't obeying the law out, so thank you. But I find it ironic that most people who hate the cops have trouble with the cops. It's weird. But like I said, it's there are bad cops out there, and I do believe very strongly that those cops, they need to have harsher punishments than the regular public do, because they know what their job was. They didn't perform their job, and now they have to deal with the consequences. That's the way I feel about it. But, I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. So down below, drop a comment. Tell me what you guys think about this whole police brutality stuff, all of that. And, tell me your opinion. I want to know. I'm honestly intrigued by this because it's a very cool topic. It's a very interesting topic, I find. So, be sure to drop a comment. Like it if you did like the video. All right, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.